Hello folks, and welcome back to Whiskey Wars. My name is Sean, and tonight we got one of our best of lists from this year. We're doing the best of bourbons for this year. Let's get into it. So it's been another great year here at Whiskey Wars, and thank you for all the support. Thank you for all of you people out there watching. Very much appreciated. And thank you to our Patreons who are directly supporting the channel. You guys are even more appreciated. Truly, without you guys, I probably would not have gotten some of these bottles that will be on this list. So thank you very much, Patreons. You guys are the best. You keep this channel running, literally. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into our list. We're doing the top 7 bourbons, and then we'll have some honorable mentions in there as well. Now, what this list will not contain is samples I've tried this year, ryes, obviously, and store picks, which there are a lot of store picks we have to get through, but that will be a different list, and there are some hitters on there, let me tell you. But for this one, we're just doing standard releases that anybody could get. So let's go ahead and get into our first honorable mention, and that is this one right here. This is the Larceny C922. This was my second favorite Larceny. So spoiler, there's another Larceny on here. It was certainly good, but not quite as good the one that made the list. So yeah, worth a try though. So if you see it around, certainly worth a pickup. But now let's go ahead and move on to our second honorable mention, and that is this one right here, Chattanooga Founders. Man, this thing was just a monster. I could not believe how good this bottle was. It was 50 bucks. Thank you, Paul Whiskey Food Dude, for getting this bottle for me and giving it to me. Paul is just a very generous person. Thank you, Paul. This bottle is awesome. I will be very sad when it goes. Such a great little $50 bottle. And great job, Chattanooga, for putting this thing out. Next, right beside it here, just got this one pretty recently, the Jack Daniel's Special Release. This is their single malt, twice barreled, and very, very good. You know, it made the honorable mention list, and I've tried a lot of bourbons this year, and I know this isn't a bourbon, but it didn't really fit in any other category, so I just threw it in here because it was really fantastic. So yeah, certainly worth a try. If you see it out there, I think you bourbon drinkers will certainly like this, even though it's an American single malt and not a bourbon. Definitely go try it. But now, let's go ahead and get into the list directly, and that is our top 7 bourbons of the year. Let's get it started. Here we go. How could it not make the list? Maker's Mark Wood Finishing Series BRT-02. This thing is just chocolate-covered cherries. Absolutely phenomenal. Certainly worth the 60 to 70 bucks that I've been seeing it for. If you guys see this, definitely a buy. Just a fantastic wheated whiskey. And man, Maker's just knocked it out of the park with this. But there are 6 that are better than that this year. Let's go ahead and get into number 6, and that is still Austin Cask Strength. Man, this thing surprised the heck out of me. Of course, Charles, Fun with Whiskey, talked about this thing a lot. I finally got one thanks to my sister going down to Texas and picking one up for me directly from the distillery. And this is not a pick. This is just the standard release, and it is phenomenal. You know, it's kind of like a light version of Texas whiskey, but man, is it good. And it's around 50 to 60 bucks. Just a fantastic bottle. Of course, this is the Cask Strength. Man, it's good. It's very good. So if you see it, buy it. Yes, that's my advice to you. But now let's move on to our 5th spot. Here we go. Larceny A122. Now, it probably could have finished higher, even though it did finish 5th, so not too bad. It is our highest ranked wheated whiskey. But what dings this bottle is that the first half of the bottle I didn't enjoy nearly as much. It came across very hot on the palate, drank real hot, a lot of ethanol forward there at first. But as it opened up, it really became a very nice bottle, and I have really enjoyed the latter half of the bottle. So it still was good enough to make the list, obviously number 5, so very good. But now let's move along to our number 4 spot, and what is it? Elijah Craig Barrel Proof you know, B522. These things make the list year in and year out. These things are always fantastic. This is the B batch, the B522. Great bottle. You know, obviously not our top spot, but still a very good bottle. You know, on the lighter side, not as many dark notes as maybe you're used to on Elijah Craig, but still a very good expression. And, you know, rounding out our top 7 through 4 there. But now let's clear the table and get to our top 3. Let's get into it. Okay, so for our top 3 spot, another bottle from Paul Whiskey Food Dude. So Paul just picks fire bottles. If Paul ever gives you a bottle, it's probably going to be a killer bottle. This one being Old Kirk Single Barrel. Now, of course, most people believe, and it probably is, Willet Purple Top that's in this bottle. And man, is this thing delicious. As I said in the review that recently came out, it's like a crazy fruit salad with like tobacco notes and all kinds of other deliciousness. It's just a killer bottle. Thank you, Paul, for giving me this again. Very generous. You are the man, or the dude, the Whiskey Food Dude. Man, is this bottle fantastic. Thank you so much. And folks, if you ever see this out there, it's like Willet Purple Top on a budget, because usually you can get these for around 90 to 100 unless your store is, you know, being stupid and marking them up ridiculous because they know what they got. But usually you can get these quite a bit cheaper than a Purple Top, so definitely snag one if you see one. Now though, on to our number 2 spot. Here we go. The most expensive bottle I bought this year. This is Bardstown Bourbon Company for Cullen, and this is, let's just give you the read down here on the side. Wrong side. Here we go. So it is 2 12-year-old Kentucky bourbons, 1 17-year-old Tennessee bourbon, and a 21-year-old for Cullen Irish whiskey finished in Marsala casks. This thing is a beast of a bottle. The finish on this is one of my favorite finishes of the year, obviously. And just the whole experience, it's a roller coaster ride of flavors. It's just a phenomenal bottle. And yeah, so there you go. That's our number 2 spot. But now though, on to our number 1. Let's clear the table one more time for the number 1 spot. So for our number 1 spot, I really did not think anything would beat the For Cullen this year. I really thought that would be the top spot this year. But going through tastings and comparing and taking notes on stuff, tasted 29 bourbons in 3 days. So that was, yeah, but we got it done. And this bottle came out on top. I compared it multiple times, and this was our winner. Here we go. Number 1 spot, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C922. Man, is this thing a monster. You know, a lot of people have said Elijah Craig's finally getting back to those old hitter bottles. You know, no complaints from me. This thing was fantastic, just from start to finish. Nose, palate, finish, the whole experience is just absolutely phenomenal. It's our number 1 bourbon of the year. But will it take the absolute top spot? We'll have to see, because this is not the whiskey of the year list. That will include our ryes, our picks, and our bourbons. Will it still hold on to the number 1 spot? We will have to see, so tune in for that video. It will be out shortly. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this list. I hope it helps you in your shopping. Hopefully you guys can find some of these and pick up some of these excellent bottles yourself. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy it. And here's other reviews from us right here. And here's that subscribe button. We appreciate you hitting that. Until next time, folks, just remember, you can never have too much good whiskey.